The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the March 30th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the goodness in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, well, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't call in, well, we've got you covered there, too. Let those fingers do the walking. Go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question, and in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got a mixed bag out here. Mixed from the standpoint, the Dow's off 144, less than 0.5%. The S&P is off 0.6%. That's 22 points. And the Nasdaq's down nearly 1%, or 120 points. The Russell, hey, what are you guys talking about? I'm up 1 3/10%, 28 points. Trading at 21.87. The semis are off 33. That's 1%. The trannies are up over 1% to the upside, 163. So, wow. We've got a market out here. Dollar-wise, leading the charge. The upside is Restoration Hardware. 33 Buckaroonies, nearly 6%. Lithium Motors, $22, 6%. SVB Financial, 4% or $18. Shopify, $17. Shockwave is $15. The Shakers, Amazon, off $32. That's 1%. Broadcom, 24.5%. AutoZone, 19, a little over 1%. Wayfair, 15, nearly 5%. FactSet Research, down 13 or 4%. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. So the first question that came in was from Sylvia by email. And I've got to imagine it's on many people's mind. Now, Sylvia's question is very long. It would take me a few minutes just to read it to you. But in essence, what she is looking for is really to review gold. But she's got questions about, hey, why the sell-off, this, that, or the other thing. But let's just go take a look at gold. One of the specific things that she asked for, which we're going to give to her right now, is how gold is trading in the other currencies. So let's go take a look at that. Remember, a bull market in any instrument is when it is rising in all major currencies out here. So let's throw in the word major. Major currencies we're talking about in euros, in yen, and in pounds. It's invaluable. In fact, not understanding how an instrument is trading in those currencies puts you at an absolute, complete disadvantage. So here's what we know right now about Goldilocks. You can see on the very left-hand panel, what you've got is gold is pulled back, in essence, to retest the prior low. Now, that prior low taking place out, and this is going to be a key level. That was on March the 8th. I don't have my data box out here, so we'll deal with price areas, whatever that low is, and I apologize, 16-something. And we'll come back and take a look at that. But right now, price is not taking that out. That's a level of support. That's one level of support. So it's pullback. If we take a look at the pullback for gold in euros, it's made a 0.618 retracement. So from low to high, 0.618 retracement is 1434. Price is trading right now at 1434. So there's a potential. If price here, gold in euros, doesn't hold this level, it'll head to 1423. How is gold doing in terms of yen? It's made a 0.618 retracement. That would be 1.8 million yen. Is that right? Did I do it? 1, 2, 3. No, 185,000 yen for an ounce of gold. That's if you're paying for it in yen. If we take a look at how's gold doing in pounds, it's made the 0.786 retracement. So here's what we've got. Gold in euros, 0.618. Gold in yen, 0.618. Gold in pounds, 0.786. Gold in dollars, in essence, a 100% move of a move. Is that where price is going to stop? Well, let's pull over Stevie's other charts out here. The other charts, the white background chart, what you're going to see is what gold also did was it came back and it tested its TD9 breakout level. That's actually the bar from March the 9th. That's the 1676.70. So price right now, when we take a look at gold priced in U.S. dollars, it's pulled back to its breakout level. It's rejected it. It's pulled back to the bottom of its daily profile. Right now it has rejected that. And what it hasn't done, it's still trading below red oscillator and change line. So always potentially dangerous. But right now, right here, right now, if we were looking to get into gold for a trade, the way that gold is priced in the major currencies and holding support here, this is saying now is the time. Now, if now is a time, though, what you and I would do is we'd go take a look at the short-term time frame charts and look for some type of bottom signals. As an example, here's a 10-minute time frame chart. What do we have out here? I don't have anything. Now, I'm sure I could draw in some A to B equals CD patterns. I won't do that here right now. I can't actually on this version of the charts, but I don't have a real bottoming signal on the 10-minute. How about the 15-minute? Well, the 15-minute, a different story. 15-minute shows a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Price really needs to stay above 1683.70 for, we're going to call it now, 3 consecutive bars. If that were to happen, you'd be looking at 1697. So there's potential on a 15-minute basis. On a 30-minute chart out here, no bottoming signal. 60-minute chart, got wave number 7, that's letter G. In this case here, you'd be looking to confirm on the hourly base, you'd be looking for price to take out, close above 2 consecutive bars, the oscillator and change line, which is at about 1684.40. The 2-hour time frame chart, what do we have? Nada, zip, zilch, would not have a signal there. The 240-minute chart, we've got a TD9 count. So we've got, I think it was so far 3 of the intra-session time periods have potential bottoming signals. A TD9 count, if this is a bottom here on a 4-hour time frame chart, gold should move up to the oscillator and change line. That's at about the 1703 level. And to cap it off with the 5-hour time frame chart, I don't have a bottoming signal here, just really price pulling back to old support out there, like we looked at really on the daily time frame. So where does that leave us? Or where does that leave you? You've got price that is pulled right back to support. So maybe you want to wait for gold to clear some of those price objectives that we just discussed and going through those short-term time frame charts out here. If price closed below 1676, let's say you took a long trade out there and you see it close below 1676, the actual number you need to see it close below to say, hey, I'm on the wrong side of the trade or likely on the wrong side of the trade, 1673.30 to be exact. That is the low of the session from March the 8th out there. So I hope that helped answer your questions as best I can. Your question was, hey, why is anybody bullish gold out here? And really, it's because of its bottoming pattern I would have to say it's because of its bottoming pattern on the daily time frame. And not until that gets taken out, Sylvia, would the charts suggest that we think otherwise. This is Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 117, S&P 17. This next request coming in from the Doobie Brothers, and that means we're going to go take a look at the pot sector out here. So to begin taking a look at the pot sector, let's go take a look at the ETF out here. That is MJ. And as we take a look at MJ, we can see that today is likely going to be bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Now, it's not going to be a valid bottoming signal unless price is able to poke its head, its toes, its nose, something below the level of 2155. But that doesn't have to take place today, peak. That can take place tomorrow if there's going to be a bottoming signal in the ETF itself using that TD9 count pattern, because that low can come on the bar following bar number 9. So the ETF says, okay, let's just sit tight here. I'm trying to form that TD9 count pattern out there. And what you really want to see it do is spike itself lower out there. And that would be nice because you can get that pattern. You've got that nice little hammer candle back here from early in March. So that's what the sector itself, MJ, is saying. The request was actually for 2 of the instruments in the pot sector that make up the Doobie Brothers. And one of those is ticker symbol, a green, it's a GTBIF, which is the green thumb industries. Right now, it doesn't look like it has such a green thumb. Price yesterday, this is where you close below these profiles. That was a bullet structured profile out there yesterday. The bottom of that profile was 29.56. You close below it, it's always dangerous. Now, I like to see 2 closes below that level, but that's to confirm a move lower. But in any event, but green thumb industries, gap lower with volume, big volume bar today. Now, this is actually moving into a prior swing point that had less volume. That's a swing point from January 27. The high of that is 26.54. As long as price doesn't close above 26.54, well, even if it does, it says price should test that level. But price is moving into that swing point peak with volume, and it has not tested the bottom. So this is suggesting to us, that is the green thumb, Industries, that price should go test the low of January 27th, and that's at the 2363 area. You'd like to see it do that and do it with less than 1.5 million shares. And then what you'd like to see it do by Thursday, today's Tuesday, because the market is closed on Friday. So by Thursday, you'd like to see it close back above 2673. That's the bottom of its bullish structured weekly profile. You know what I mean? Because here, we're just taking a look at a bullish structured daily profile. When you close below that, that usually spells trouble. And that's why in the weekly time frame, that makes most amount of sense. Does that make sense to you so far? We've taken a look at these profiles and how we would use those. I'm hoping the answer is yes. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and put up the white background charts, because this has my other pattern tools. And as we take a look at those other pattern tools, well, what we're also going to see is that today price gap down below its breakout level. Now it's at 28.19. But we can also see is today is going to be bar number 8 of a TD9 count. Now this is pretty cool because GTBIF is likely going to have a confirmed TD9 count. What we don't know in GTBIF is that low going to take place today, if at all, or tomorrow, or on Thursday. But you're in the time frame, at least from a pattern standpoint, to be looking at it. Now, although I can't draw the A to B equals CD pattern out here, we can clearly see that. And so what you also want to be, so that would give you 2 potential patterns. And the second pattern, the A to B equals CD pattern, what you're looking for there, is not this that it makes the 1-to-1 or 1-to-1.272. You want the cavalry to confirm that they're ready to, have your back, so to speak. And the way that they give you that signal is they would generate a bullish reversal candle. So to the extent that you want confirmation of a bottom out here, that's what I'll be waiting for inside of Green Thumb GTBIF. The second constituent that was requested is ticker symbol TRSSF. And that is TerraSend Corporation. Now, TerraSend closed below the bottom of its daily profile yesterday, extending that move today. It is inside its weekly profile. That says support is between 829 and 934. It's trading in that range right now, which is at 903. So let's go see if we can find on TRSSF any kind of signal information. Voila, where are we? Well, in this case, Peak, if it's going to be a TD9 count that's going to identify a bottom, and Peak was kind enough, he used to go by the alias of Peak D, and I think I razzed him enough to say, hey, come on, give me a little love here. Let's take a look at that Peak G. Well, just so happens that the TRSSF in its daily time frame is in Peak G. So you've got 2 potential bottom signals here. So what do? Well, I think what you do is you hold your horses here, right? You'd like to see the ETF itself, I believe, bottom at the same time that these instruments would generate a bottom. We don't have that inside of MJ. But if this is going to, so maybe we use this here as a leading indicator. I don't know what this instrument, is, what they do out here. But if you do see price close below today's low, whatever today's low ends up being tomorrow, well, then what that's going to say is this is on sale, and you might be able to pick it up at $7.61. That would be the next breakout area. And that's where we take a look at the pot sector. So the pot sector is suggesting potential bottom signal really between today and, not really. Yeah, I'd say today and Thursday. There is a possibility. So that was for the Doobie Brothers, and that was a couple of different instruments out there. The next request, we've got a caller. It's Ron in Denver. Ron, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Great, Steve. Appreciate you taking the call.
My pleasure as always.
I bought a few calls on TMUS, and which is T-Mobile, and I bought them Friday because I saw over the last, seems like 7 or 8 years, first part of April, it always moves up, and I just wonder what your thoughts were on TMUS.
Well, very cool. So I don't have a seasonal tool that I can apply on this version of software that I have. So I'm just so the mere fact that you found that pattern, what you're looking for then is maybe some other kind of bottoming signal to go along with that. And Ron, that bottoming signal, so to speak, not a pattern that we have, is price pulling back to test support. Now, if we were going to only focus on the daily time frame, we'd say, hey, price hasn't made its way back to support. That would be 118.69. But that's not what we do around here. We take a look at other time frames, such as the weekly and the monthly. And this, Ron, is where price may have come back to support. So your trade out here is grounded in some solid support. That support being 121.78. That is on the weekly time frame. It happens to be a bullish structured profile. I believe that level was hit right around, it was 121.90. I think that was hit on, it looks like Friday was when that might have been hit out there. And yesterday was was down about that level as well. So you're into an area of support. This would suggest that if price can clear 125.08, you should see 127.68. Then, if we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, price also pulled back to support. Now here, support was old resistance, the top of its monthly profile, and that was at 117.43. So those are the support areas out there that would help to say, okay, that trade makes a lot of sense. On a daily time frame, do I have some kind of bottoming signal? I don't. There's a potential of a TD9 count, but price would have to take out the lows of last week, at least poke through them. I don't have any signal that suggests that's going to happen. Ron, we're about to go to a break. I'll ask you to hold on, if you'd be so kind, and we'll come back and continue to take a look at this. You bet. You can ask me any other questions as well. We're taking a look at T-Mobile. That's ticker symbol TMUS. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Ron in Denver. We're taking a look at T-Mobile. And so, Ron, one of the things that you pointed out was you noticed that right around the April timeframe, T-Mobile tended to trade higher. And one of our denners, Mr. Bill in Tiger's Den, through his Thinkorswim platform, they've got a tool in there that looks like goes back about 5 years in time and allows you to run that seasonality. And it's on our screen right now, and you can see exactly what Ron is looking at. So I thought I would go ahead and share that with everyone. Thank you, Mr. Bill, for providing that. Now, what I did, Ron, during the break was look just through the short-term time frame charts. If we're going to see some type of a trend change out there, you like to see areas of resistance fail. And 124.46 on a 30-minute time frame was such a level. And price closed above it about a couple hours ago. And as long as it stays above 124.46, that's a good thing out here. What you'd like to really see it do is just kind of trade sideways over the next several hours. And the reason is because on a 30-minute basis, this could go on to form a TD9 count. It's already got bar number 7 that just formed out here. And so you'd like to see this stay below 125.11, 6, 7, 8. That 8 takes us to 2 by 3 o'clock. So through 3 o'clock, you'd really like to see price stay below that level, because then what it does is should eliminate the TD9 count pattern as a topping signal. The reason I bring that up is the last top out here on a 30-minute basis was, in fact, bar number 8 on that count. Any questions there so far?
No, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay. So this has got an A to B equals CD to the upside pattern on its 30-minute time frame. So this is looking, so in essence, your trade is looking solid at this stage. Now, we don't have any kind of bottoming signal, as I mentioned, on the daily time frame, but that's okay. Price pulled back to those support levels on the weekly and the monthly, and stay with the trade.
Super. Do you mind if I just ask you about one that's in the news? That's Viacom, VIAC.
Sure.
It's down about $50. It got killed yesterday with this big margin selling.
Yeah.
And I just wondered, is it too soon to get into it, or do you have to worry about more margin calls? Viacom, VIAC.
Yeah. Do you have to worry about more margin calls? I wish I knew. We don't know what the operators are doing per se. So the only thing that I can do for you is help you to understand where support or resistance is at. And just like we did with T-Mobile, even without a bottoming signal, still if price has pulled back to a support level, that can give you enough information to say, okay, reward risk, you're going to go ahead and take that trade. Inside of Viacom, if you were going to do that, what you would be using is the price point of 48.03. 48.03 happens to be a new profile that just formed this week. And prices trading at 48.84. The daily time frame, that's shot. I will go take a look and see if there's any signals out here. I can just look at the bars. There's no TD9 count yet that's been established. It looks like bar 4 or 5 or something like that. So what type of
I like the company. They have streaming. They own CBS Sports and everything. I mean, it's a good company. Should come back. But, I don't know if you get more margin selling.
I don't know. At this stage, if I look at the daily time frame chart, a daily time frame chart says there's a potential that this pulls back to 36.21, and there may be a pattern. Maybe there is a TD9 count pattern that forms at about that area. And that's what the daily time frame chart says. As I mentioned, there's a brand new weekly profile at 46.03 being support, and you're just not that far away from it. So to the extent that you want to begin a position, dip your toe in the water out there, I say go for it, but close out that trade if on Thursday you see it close below that 46.03 level. And that's about the best that I can. Well, hold on a minute here. That's not the best I can do. Come on, Steve. Well, you can do better than that. Let's at least look at a 30-minute time frame chart. The 30-minute time frame chart shows a TD9 count and a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. And price has just been moving sideways out here, so it's under accumulation from a 30-minute standpoint. But at least you've got a bottoming signal there. If price closed above 48.02, if you saw 2 consecutive closes above that, that would be signaling to you that price is likely going to bounce up into the 66.27 area. So you do have some reasoning on a short-term basis to consider putting on a trade. Normally we'd say no, because you've got these wide-ranging bars over the last several trading days. But, looking for reasons, because you're watching this instrument, I'm searching for the reasons why it would make sense to consider taking the trade. And I think we found those here for you on the weekly time frame. Does that help you out?
Yeah, it helps me a lot. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Hey, Ron, always great to hear from you. Thanks so much for calling in, and have a terrific Tuesday.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
You bet. Let me take a quick peek here, folks, and see if there's any other requests that have come in by email. And I don't see a thing. So let's go take a look at, I take that back here. Let me see. Nope, there is none. So let's just go take a look at the general markets. Let's go ahead and surf around. And by surf around, what do we want to do? What do we want to take a look at? I'm just looking through some charts here to see if there's, I want to share with you anything that might be of significance. So the Russell 2000 has been the instrument that has been moving the highest today. I mean, it's up 1.25% right now. So it's the leader out there. So if we're going to look at the Russell 2000, what do we know about it? Well, one of the things that we know, if you take a look at the upper left-hand panel, this is our 4-panel chart to take a look at daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly time frames. Much like Ron and I have been talking about here this morning, prices pulled back to test support inside the Russell 2000. Is there a bottoming signal on a daily time frame back there? No, there is not. But prices pulled back to support. It was expected or anticipated. We talked about this a couple of days ago or yesterday, that because price was in a bearish structured profile, that there was a likelihood that the Russell 2000 would get down to the bottom of that profile. And that's at 2142.60. Price got to 2143.50. That's close enough for me at this stage of the game. So gets down to support, and it bounces. Now, as price is getting down to that support level, and this is how you go ahead and use your intraday time frames. On an intraday time frame, if a daily is finding support, you should see some kind of bottoming signal on those intraday charts. Well, the 30-minute time frame, that's what we're looking at right now, as it was pushing lower, you got to love how it does that. It triggers the Rhodes momentum indicator signal. These aren't lines that I've drawn in here, folks. This is an automated set of tools, but that's a pattern that I teach subscribers about. And you want to learn this pattern. Look at the top that formed out there, and look at the bottom so far that is formed out here. So you get the confirmation. Remember, we talked about the A to B equals C. You get the confirmation. You need that bullish engulfing candle session or a bullish reversal signal. In this case, it was the bullish engulfing, and prices moved higher. What else do we notice about this? I know that you guys, gals, are probably getting bored because it seems like I just repeat the same things over and over again. That's a beautiful thing. That's called consistency, right? And so we're just consistently, you and I, this is not me evaluating the chart and giving you my opinion. This is the opinion coming from these technical tools. That's all that it is. One of those technical tools, the oscillator and change line, Stevie's green and red line out there, when that changes color, doesn't matter what time frame, it tells us about an eventual hookup of price and that line. And see how that line is green? If the Russell 2000 pulls back to about the 2175 level, tests and rejects that area, that's a bullish signal, and that would set up an A to B equals C to the upside inside the Russell 2000 and likely take price right up to the 2216 level. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD, Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 96, S&P off 13. Let's go to John in New York. John, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Okay. How are you, Steve?
Very good, thank you. What's the instrument that you'd like to take a look at?
I have a question about Friday, March 26th, last Friday.
Yeah, okay.
32 minutes into your show, there was a blackout. There was no audio, no video.
Yes.
And then when you came back on, you were saying something like the trade of a lifetime.
Trade of the year. Yeah.
Trade of the year, yeah.
Yeah, I was just having some fun. I was just joshing because I knew we
truck.
Huh? So
back up the truck and buy it.
Yeah. That was me just having some fun with the technical difficulties, and then I think on that day I didn't realize that we had got knocked off, so I was talking and kept talking until we came back. That was me having some fun. My apology for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have another question then.
Yes.
I sold my FENY, FENY, which is an energy ETF. Where should I buy it back? Where would you buy it back? It's short-term trading, like.
What is it that took you out of the position first?
That ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal.
Okay.
And it seems like they moved it. So.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. So, you were in, you're out, you're asking where is a place to re-enter. So let's take a look and see what kind of patterns maybe are going on with this is the Fidelity Covington Trust Energy Index ETF out here. So this forms a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. It confirms that with a gap to the downside. That's this falling window on my screen out here. Let me get my crosshair. That was on the trading session of March 16th. Price pulls back, tests its breakout level. That's on March 19th. It breaks through that area and then gets all the way down to the bottom of its profile levels. In fact, it forms another profile where there's support, and that's at 1297. So you've got a topping signal, price consolidating with inside its bearish structured profile. I'm going to give you two prices to consider adding this back into your portfolio. The first price point is going to be 1297. And 1297 is the bottom of the current profile. And the second level I'd be looking at is 1223. 1223 is the next breakout area. So these breakout levels, John, when price closes below 1, typically price will gravitate its way down to the next level. And price is still trading below 1338. And that's why, but that's still above the first area of support at 1297. So that's why we came up with that. And then if price were to get below 1297, you'd be looking at 1223. And that's what the daily time frame chart is saying to us. I'm going to punch up the weekly chart. And the weekly chart shows that we have a TD 9-count top that formed the top on the bar following bar number 9. Typically what will take place here is price or sellers should be able to push price back to test that oscillator and change line. What we can also see on a weekly basis is that line changed colors about 2 months ago, and we still haven't seen the actual test. The test here today would be at the price point of around 1278. It won't be that number to the T because as price moves up, down, sideways, those numbers will change slightly. But we've got this 1278, 1223, 1297, and that is really your range here, at least at this stage of the game, to add back FENY. Any questions about what I've shared so far?
No, that sounds good.
Okay.
So you're bearish on the stock. So.
What's that?
You're bearish on the stock.
No. I'm not really bearish. The chart signals suggest short-term tops, intermediate-term tops, and then they become, when you have that, then the question is, well, what does price normally do on your chart? On a weekly basis, if you were to ask me, I don't even have to look at a chart, if you were to ask me, if you get a valid topping signal or a valid bottoming signal, doesn't matter, what's price then going to do? Right now, what we have is valid topping signals out here. And so what should normally happen is price should get back and test that oscillator and change line. That is the normal course. It doesn't tell me how many days or weeks it takes to do that. But that's what would typically happen, and that's the reason why I'm giving you these price levels out there. Bearish would have to see closes on a weekly basis below $10 really to get bearish out there. On a monthly, I realize, you still take quite a hit. You're at 13 right now, but price would have to close below 1007 in order to really say that this is really a bearish instrument out there. Okay.
Yes. Do you still think oil will go to 70?
Let's go take a look at oil. So good question here. And in taking a look at oil, we're going to look at is multi-time frames, because if we look at multi-time frames, it helps us to get a better feel for what is going on. So let me get my multi-time frame charts up here. And we're going to look at daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly when it comes to light sweet crude. And so here what we can see is that light sweet crude, I can share with you, I know this for a fact, that on the trading day of March the 8th, that was a topping signal. It was either Rhodes momentum indicator top or a TD 9-count. Right now, price is just consolidating with inside its bearish structured daily profile. And where it found resistance today was where it should have found resistance. 62.18. The actual high today has been 62.27. Your question is, do I think that light sweet crude will get up into the $70 area? I don't have any signal on a monthly time frame to suggest otherwise at this stage here. So what has to happen is the daily has to generate some kind of a bottoming pattern out here. So let me punch up light sweet crude on one of my other charts to see what we look at. And in looking at this set of charts, are you able to watch this on Tiger TV by any chance?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at the very right-hand upper corner panel, that is the weekly time frame. And we can see that last week as price was pulling back, it was pulling right back into an area of support. That area of support is 56.59 to 58.22. So to answer your question, the chart will answer the question for you. As long as price is able to close above 56.59, there is no change in trend signal inside of light sweet crude, and it's between 56.59 and 58.22 that become your buy areas out here. And if it can do that, then it's a matter of waiting for price to take out resistance if it can, but it's at least a signal that says, yeah, you have the reason to believe that price could get up there. Now, in the daily time frame, here we're looking at light sweet crude. We can see it was a Rhodes momentum indicator topping signal. And this says light sweet crude could pull back to 51.37. That's just pulling back to its breakout level. So that's 51.37. That's below this 56.59, 58.22 area out there. So is price going to get back to that area? I don't know. I think more likely than not it won't, and it will find support as it did last week in this 56.59 to 58.22 level. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing fundamentally out there for light sweet crude to head lower, other than the U.S. dollar index headed higher. You know, what state? You're in New York. What do you pay for gas there?
Yes.
What do you pay for gas there?
Oh, regular is about $2.90, $3, something like that.
Wow, you're a lucky guy. So I mean, my cars take premium, but still, it's not that far off. And here, in my area, it's up over $4 already.
Oh,
and that's like
that Suez thing probably pushed it up.
No. That really started after the election process out there. But to answer your question, there's nothing in the charts right now to suggest that light sweet crude isn't going to continue to move higher. That's what I see at this stage. All right, John?
All right, thank you.
You bet. You have a good day. That was
Bye.
John in New York City, where they've got some relatively cheap gas. I like that. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So let's go take a look at a request out here coming in from our Tiger's Den. The ticker symbol is FUTU out there, and that is FUTU Holdings. And FUTU Holdings right now is trading above a daily profile that formed yesterday. Top of that box is 125.20. That suggests higher price. FUTU is trading above the center of its bullish structured weekly profile. And if it can close above that, that's 125.63, 133.95. The suggestion here from a profile standpoint is price should head on up to the Oh, shoot, I didn't do that. Should head up on to the 204.25 level. So let me see if I get these charts here to populate. I didn't realize we're already in the last segment. Man, time flies when you're having fun. So we're trying to get my other charts out here. Here we go. So Fudu forms a TD9 count bottom. A beautiful thing. Now we see it in full big picture life. So Fu2, we can understand why Fu2 has pooped out, so to speak. What does it run into? The oscillator and change line, just an invaluable tool, folks. It's not a moving average. You can't fake it until you make it here. Just learn how to use this tool and so forth. So what we're looking for here, if Fudo is going to get its mojo, and it's got its mojo, it's got that nice bottom signal, that held the TD9 breakout level, and if price can get above this 130, let's call it 134, if price can get above, close above 134, you're on your way to 167.68, maybe 186.20. So nice bottoming signal there. I don't recall who asked inside the Tiger's Den. Glad that we got to it, but you got a nice bottoming signal up at resistance. Maybe this is going to pull back a bit if it can't handle clearing the oscillator and change line. The pullback level would be about 125.20 out there. But from a daily standpoint, Fudu looks pretty good. Let's just take a quick peek here at the weekly chart, see if there's any other signal out there. So you can see that oscillator and change line, a real key area here on a weekly basis. That's also acted as resistance. So if you can clear that on that daily time frame, again, we're going to call that about the 124 type level. You should be on your way up to those highs in the that we gave you. Hey, folks, thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned for 2 amazing hours to follow. Your favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home from there. And I'll be back with you on Wonderful Wednesday. Take care, folks. Be safe.